Yeah, it's a little different. Everything is going to show up on the right hand side. Like I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it on your page? I mean, you can see it on your like the comment section.
I'm about to
Chat.
turn on YouTube on the TV. I'm gonna tell you in a minute.
Yeah, you can
Oh
see.
yeah, I
You
see it
see.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you drop it in, you can just drop in the comments, and everything will pop up on the side. So we ain't got. I ain't gotta like like keep bringing it up or whatever.
Yeah, that's lit.
Yeah, but let's do it. Um, why is it captioned? Oh, that's my name. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I'm your host, Saheem the Dream.
You already know who it is,
The
man.
Big Ben Booty Daddy! Well, we are joining you guys live. So, I'm doing this whole restream thing. Well, we doing this whole restream thing. It's a little different. We was using StreamYard, but now we got restream. So we trying something new, something a little bit more sophisticated, I guess.
Yeah.
So the intro, outro, all that stuff, we ain't gonna have it today. We're gonna be raw dogging it. Pause, no Diddy. Raw dogging it today. It's just gonna be straight
Pause.
intro, straight outro. Until next time, everything is gonna be revamped. We're gonna do a little bit more clean cut next time. But here to talk some wrestling. You guys are joining us. Make sure you drop a comment in the comment section below. Everything will pop up on the screen, or should pop up on the screen if you drop in a comment in the comment section below. Um, you'll be able to get the comments right there in the side. So drop a comment, holler at us. All right. But yeah, let's talk wrestling, man. Let's get into it. Um, first thing we're gonna talk about. Let's talk about your boy Paul Heyman, man.
Rest in peace.
Let's talk about Heyman, man. That was wild, crazy, man. Yo, so he's
Yo,
out
I
of
didn't
there.
know. Yo, I didn't know he was that young, son.
Who? Paul Heyman?
Yeah,
How old is Paul?
he's only 60.
How old you? I mean, he looks about 60. I would
Yeah,
think
it just feels like he's been around forever, bro.
if you said 50, if you said like 50, then I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty young. But I mean, I expect Paul to be about 60. To look about 60 to me.
I didn't know. I thought he was older than that. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, there she go. Hey y'all, what's up? Overflow prayer movement. What's up? That's my wife. Yeah. But yeah, man. That was crazy, man. Put that power bomb through the table. Um, I expected him to pretty much respond the way he responded.
You was
Uh,
expecting it? I didn't think he was gonna say that when he says, "I do not acknowledge you as my tribal chief." I'm like, whoa.
nah, yeah, I definitely expected that right there. Yeah, I expected when he said what he said, I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be some repercussions behind that right there. So when he
But
responded, it was just like Paul was just like, I mean, Solo was like, all right, it is what it is.
I think that's what Solo needed to make him a legit leader, though, to bust that move like that. Because Paul been getting away with so much stuff week after week after week. The CM Punk incident, trying to get Punk to help him,
Yeah,
and this and
yeah,
that, trying to tell Solo this is how Roman promised me not. Well, he's not going to touch Punk.
yeah,
Roman's not here no more, man. You got to get with the program.
yeah.
That's
You
like
know,
when
he
your
did.
boss get fired and the new boss come. He ain't gonna do stuff like the old boss. You know, the old boys might make y'all like try to smoke weed during the lunch break and stuff like that.
New boss,
New
you're not
boss
that
ain't
cool.
having that.
He changing everything. He trying to make sure he keep his job.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
but I
with the
mean,
old and with the new, man.
it made sense because he was really trying to really pretty much test his loyalty. That's where it really. I mean, it came down to that. I mean, it was going to come down to that anyway. You know what I mean? It was pretty much that kind of situation. So he's pretty much like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
all right. His mindset was just like, yo, all right. So pretty much like, here it is. You sitting there copping pleas to CM Punk to come and save you. You sitting there making these sly comments to CM Punk. Did he made a comment to somebody else too? To Jay, was it Jay? To Jay when he ran
Yeah,
into Jay, he said something
yeah.
to Jay.
Said Sonny
So
J.
so he you know so Coach Me was like he's the new boss, the new boss. So
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
so he is. So yeah, I mean, he pretty much came in, and I mean, he pretty much Solo Sikoa knew that it was that moment of him having to test Paul Heyman's loyalty, and what way to do it than to bring out the ceremonial beads that stamps you and solidifies you as a tribal chief. And
Yo, how he get those beads? You think, yo?
That's a good question. Unless he made them himself, unless he came up with his own beads or something.
You think The Rock gave them to him?
I mean, but how about the Rocket?
Same way how anybody else in that family was getting. Let me see those for a second.
Yeah. Yo, let me see. How you get this, man? Yo, he let me hold it. Man, he let you hold it. He asked me to seal. He just disappeared with it. Like, yo, bro, where my watch at? Like, where my beads? Right? I mean, I guess probably what he. But I mean, that's probably what he did. But shoot, man. Question, but that is the good question, because that's what I was thinking in my mind. I was like, how do you get Roman's beats?
Yeah.
But it was crazy because it was a really like deep moment, because that was the question. Like, yo, you pulled out Roman's beads from your bag. Like, where'd you get that from? And then
nobody bothered to ask, but I'm sure that's
right.
gonna be the question soon when they interview Solo. How you get Roman's tribal chief, whatever they call? I don't think they call him beads, but
right.
We're gonna have to do our research on that, because we don't want to disrespect their culture.
Right, exactly. But and then the other thing is like when he actually got the beads, his father put them on his neck.
Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah,
rest in peace. Right. So that's another big strike on Solo Sikoa. So his pops put those beads on his neck, pretty much anointing him as the tribal chief. And then it's Roman disappears, and then out of nowhere he come out of he just comes and he has the beads, and
then right after he tells, like the week before, they didn't tell Heyman Roman's not coming back.
Right, exactly. So that was a chilling moment for him to do all of that, and it's like you got the beads.
And how you know Roman not coming back? I think there's gonna be a video of them jumping Roman in like a parking lot somewhere and throwing him in the trunk or something.
That's potential. That can happen. Leading up to, like, I guess when they have their match, or they get into that place where they're gonna start like building toward that feud. They might show something like that, like a video of them beating up Roman. But I think, but what if Roman just comes back with his own set of beats and he's like, I don't know where you got those from, but these are the real things. But it'll make more sense if it was actually Roman's beads. But I definitely think it was a great testament to, like, yeah, he's coming back. Yeah, but I definitely think it was a great testament to the moment in which Paul Heyman, well, not Paul Heyman, but Solo Sikoa was saying Roman is not coming back. Do I think Roman is coming back? Not yet. Do I think Roman should come back now and give us a SummerSlam surprise? No. I think it's always a great thing when you wait for the surprise. Always think it's a good thing to wait for the surprise. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, nice. The phone call knocked me right out of it.
Oh, no, that's all good. Smooth. This thing is pretty smooth, man. Super smooth. All right. So yeah. But yeah. I think it helps the storyline progress. I was saying that what I was saying was what did Coach me say? What did she say? She said the necklace appears to be. Let me see. I gotta see the chat because the logo is blocking it. She said this appears to be a Samoan necklace known as the Anualafala.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even pronounce it right. I butchered the name. But yeah. So coach me. What is it? So what kind of necklace? Like, what is the whole like ceremonial purpose behind it, or was the
I think it's like the high chief type thing, like the leader of the family.
Yeah. Right. yeah, what's like the whole um meaning behind it? But yeah,
Yo, but you know what's crazy about this whole situation? Out of everything that happened to Paul Heyman, everybody wants him to go get Brock.
people saying Brock to do what, man? Like, come on, man. Brock can come out, beat everybody. Then Brock come hog up, not even hog up screen time, but just hold another championship hostage.
Even though I
And
would
then
love
we
to
got to
see
get another.
even though I would love to see that confrontation between him and Jacob, I would love that.
That'd be great. But then we got to wait for them. We got to. We got Brock comes, holds up the whole championship for like another 3 years, hold it hostage for 3 years. Then after 3 years, then we got to wait for him and Roman to have another feud. Like, I'm done with Brock, man.
It's like the only person he want to feud with is Roman.
It's Roman. It's like, bro, I'm not done with you yet, Roman. Like, come on, man. Like, yo, get this. Yo, they did a poll online, and they asked, are you excited about WrestleMania? I think it was SummerSlam or WrestleMania. WrestleMania when they had an undisputed match. Are you excited for Roman versus Brock again? Um, um, it says, are you excited for Roman versus Brock again? Do you want this match to just be over and done and you don't care? No, do you want this match to be over? Do you want this feud to be over so Roman can move on? And then somebody didn't like everybody who voted on a bracket, they was like, they can't wait for the feud to be over so Roman can move on. No one was excited. Some people put they didn't care, but most of the votes were like, yo, we don't care. Yo, let's just move on from this whole entire feud, man. We are over it, man. That was definitely like a feud that ran way too long. All right, yeah, she put in the chat, she said this type of necklace is called an you Allah Fola. It is most often worn by Samoan Tulafol, orator, or chiefs in the context of orator performances.
So basically, like the head of the table.
Yeah, Aluf Fala are
I'm gonna ask
important.
my man Marty how to pronounce it because my man Marty's part of this Samoan culture. I'm gonna ask him how to pronounce that.
So little Fettuccine, what up, man? He said, so is Drew really leaving Money in the Bank as champion? See, that's the thing, man. We'll get to that, Fettuccine.
Yeah, we get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But we just talking about.
What do you think? I think Paul, the way Roman's gonna come back with Paul, but I think Jimmy is too, and I think it's gonna be Hikuleo. Jay gonna come later. They're gonna have to swindle Jay somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that's gonna be making crazy. Paul Heyman's gonna come out. My name is like everybody gonna go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jimmy's gonna come out, and then the big.
But how long? My question is, how long should they wait until they make an appearance to now? Like, how long should they wait until they say we're going to come in and we're going to ruin this party?
I think Jimmy should come in Toronto.
But when? Oh, you said Toronto. Toronto is Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's this Sunday. I think Jimmy should come this Sunday. Come through the crowd. Attack Solo.
Attack Solo, okay.
They jump him, blah, blah, blah. Each week he come out. They jump him until Jay be like, yo, that's my brother. I can't let my brother go out like that. I'm going to put what I want to the side and trade me to SmackDown.
Yeah. But you don't think they should wait a little bit longer just so that the bloodline can kind of like settle in their dominance, settle in their reign, like really start to establish and build their own identity as, pretty much like that force to be reckoned with?
I think adding Jacob was the final. That was that right there. Jacob added all of that.
But I mean, actually, like, really start having matches, like, really.
Oh yeah, like this Sunday, they're gonna win this Sunday. That's gonna establish them. They beating three. They're gonna beat three baby faces. Three of the top baby faces on SmackDown outside of LA Knight.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. KO.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna make a statement, but they have to because they have to have some level of believability. And if they somehow lose, right? I think if in the event that they lose, right? Like say they lose, right? It should be more of a massacre at the end of the match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they lose, all right. So Jacob and I forgot who's the other. No. So it's
Tonga
only
Loa and Tonga.
yeah, it's four of them, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so Jacob just comes in. You know what I'm saying? Comes in, hits him in the back of the head or something like that. Start laying everybody out. They just start beating everybody up, and they just start going into like this, pretty much just doing their own thing, beating them up. Make it a massacre, and then from there they systematically start going after Randy, Kevin Owens, and Cody, and kind of like build on that. Like from there, that'll be like definitely like a great way to kind of like move it forward if they lose. But they definitely should start establishing their dominance at this point.
And they didn't even announce what three is going to be in the match yet.
But he didn't. I thought it was going to be.
They got all four on the poster.
I did see all four. I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be Tama, Solo. What's the other one again?
Tonga
Loa
and Tonga.
Yeah, Tama and Tonga, and Solo.
I think it might be Jacob. I think it might be Jacob, the MFT, and Solo.
But you would think that they would probably add like LA Knight to the whole situation. At least.
Keep him out of that.
Wow. So he could keep his whole thing going.
Yeah, keep him out of that because I want to see him and Logan. Even though I feel like Logan's gonna beat him now that LA Knight pinned him on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh, he's gonna pin him twice." I said, "Y'all must don't know wrestling, man. He's not gonna pin him twice. It's just hyping up the match. Oh, he pinned Logan Paul. He's gonna beat him. I'll be surprised, but I think the way wrestling's been over these years, the champion gets pinned. He doesn't get pinned twice back to back.
That's true. They're not gonna do that because it's gonna make him look too weak.
Because it's like the same thing with Trick. Trick just got pinned by Shawn Spears last week. You think? I mean, it's a fatal four-way. Anything can happen, but I doubt Trick will get pinned by Shawn Spears again.
I honestly thought that I thought that LA Knight wasn't going to qualify for the match.
Me neither. I thought Logan was.
I thought whatchamacallit was. Who was in it? It was Logan. It was Logan, LA Knight, and Santos. Right? No, not Santos.
Was it?
Was it Santos? Who's Santos?
I don't even know who the third person was. It was LA Knight and Logan. I just seen them and I'm like, oh wow, they doing this already?
I think Santos was part of it. It was Santos Escobar. Because he didn't qualify. Yeah, because he was part of the qualifier. He was part of the qualifiers, but he didn't qualify.
You know what I noticed about this Money in the Bank? It's not that many high flyers in there. Like, what are they gonna do? Outside of Melo and Andrade,
right? They're gonna make something happen. But Melo and Andrade are gonna definitely make something happen. They definitely gonna make something happen.
Like, what's Drew gonna do? Claymore somebody off the top of the ladder?
Yeah, big lazy. He gonna do nothing just people around. No ladder. That's all he gonna do. But we already know, like, but let's get to it because let's get to it. So next topic. Let's get to the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm sorry. You know what? Let's get to the Money in the Bank ladder match. But yeah, with Drew, right?
Did you think he was gonna win Monday though?
Nah, I thought
Dragunov, right?
Dragunov was gonna win. I didn't expect him to win, but when he won, we already know the predictable like outcome of the situation in that match. CM Punk is going to stop him from getting a briefcase. If he does win, if he somehow wins, I don't know what CM Punk is going to do to prevent him from losing the belt.
Play the music, distract him. Once he hear that music, you know he's going to distract.
But he's going to CM Punk is going to stop him from getting that briefcase. And
I think he's going to stop him from cashing in. I think Drew might win and try to cash in on Priest. And Punk might stop him.
But if he stops him from cashing in, is that gunshots?
Yeah.
Where you at? You in Queens? That's New York. That's New York, man. It's crazy. But yeah, Chew,
During the pod, only on Wrestling Talks and Thoughts, man.
Only on Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. When I was in Brownsville, that's all you heard. Like at night, certain times of nights, like 1, 2, 12, 1, 2 in the morning, 12 in the morning. Be like you hear gunshots, somebody randomly shooting off the top of a rooftop or shooting at somebody. You know what I mean? One or the other. But I hear it out here too, and in Houston, like people just be shooting out randomly outside of their apartments, or sometimes people get shot at. But anyway, what was I saying? I'm gonna tell you this is what I think is going to happen. Drew is going to try to cash. Drew's going to be there at the top, about to grab the briefcase. Right underneath the ladder, CM Punk is going to slide out from the crowd. He's going to knock Drew off the ladder, and he's going to help. Not he's going to help or assist Jey Uso to get the briefcase. I can see it. If it's not Jay, is going to be LA Knight. I hope it's not LA Knight. I want it to be Jay, but we'll see.
I think it's gonna be Melo, yo.
To win the briefcase?
Yeah, Melo gonna shock the world, bro. That's Shawn Michaels' guy.
That is Shawn Michaels' guy.
You gonna call in that favor, yo, Hunter? Remember that time I didn't tell Stephanie this one thing? But
I mean, so. But
everybody's saying it's too soon, but what's too soon in wrestling?
Too soon for who?
For Melo. What's too soon in wrestling? Kurt Angle won every title in 12 months.
He did.
People seem to forget that. Besides, I don't know about the tag team titles, but I know he won the European, Intercontinental, and the World Wrestling Federation title. He won the World Heavyweight title his 12th month. And I think he beat Austin, right?
He beat Austin. He didn't beat Austin until like maybe like a year and a half later.
I remember he won the title, but that was in Pittsburgh when he beat Austin. And his brothers came out, put him on the shoulders and stuff.
Yeah, that was like his only like real, like that was like Austin's like real legitimate loss from a title, and it wasn't really that legitimate because his hand was
healed in too, right?
Yeah, his hand was underneath the rope. Like what this is like
red brace Austin. That's when he's wearing red braces.
Yeah, this is the rope. These are ropes. This is the apron that they stand on the outside. His hand goes underneath the rope, grabs the apron, and he taps out. This is the rope. This is the apron. He grabs the apron. He grabs the the little skirt. He grabs it and taps out. If you like when we finish, if you get a chance, go on YouTube and watch the whatchamacallit. Watch the
Peacock and watch it. What pay-per-view was that?
That was
King of the Ring.
It was either King of the Ring or it was I think it was a SmackDown episode.
Nah, he didn't win no world champion. He didn't beat Austin on no SmackDown. I think that was the pay-per-view because his brothers came out. Came out.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
While you pull it up, I'm gonna read the comments. So where does The Rock fall in the whole bloodline story? You know where he falls in that. He's the puppet master. He's lining it up for him and Roman to have the biggest main event. Are we gonna see? I can't see nothing behind the logo. Are we gonna see?
Oh yeah, let me move it.
Are we going to see the Y6? I guess, yeah, of course. I figured that's what it is. It is right, Y6. Yep. Yeah, we're going to see them. We're going to see a lot of people doing that Money in the Bank ladder match. Logan's going to prevent LA Knight from winning. One of the Y6 members is going to prevent Gable. And don't be surprised if they attack Jey Uso. I'm telling you, these are the hit lists. Gable, Uso, Rollins. That's their hit list. They all got something in common.
Yeah, they're definitely going after Gable.
They all got something in common. They all turn their back on their family or factions or regardless what Jay said, he left his family stranded.
Okay. Yeah. So he won on an episode. I'm sorry. He won at Unforgiven 2021. I thought it was SmackDown, but no.
2021.
2021. I'm sorry. 2001. I'm sorry. I'm old. Yeah, Kurt Angle. Yeah, he won September 23rd, 2001, Unforgiven. That's when he beat Austin for the belt.
That was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I believe.
Pittsburgh. And the way Austin beat Kurt Angle for the belt, it was like...
Wait, he beat him at the next pay-per-view?
He beat him on an episode of Raw.
The next night?
Nah, not even next night. Like the next week.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, he had the belt for 15 days, so he had it for like 2 weeks.
I did not remember that. I got what 15 days?
15 days. He beat Austin for the belt, held on to the title for like 2 weeks, and then Austin beat him on like, the following, like, not the, like, he held it for that week. Then the next week after that, well, he held it for 2 weeks, and then the following Raw after 2 weeks passed, he beat him on that Raw.
Only short title reign I can remember off the top of my head like that was The Miz. The second one.
Yeah, The Miz.
What was that? A week?
If a week? Was it even a week?
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. He made that next Raw, and then he ran from Lashley. Yeah. And then they made the match the week after that. I think Lashley had to beat Drew. He had to take out Drew or something. I forgot what happened. He had to make sure Miz beat Drew.
Yeah, he held on to the belt for 8 days, for a week. Yeah, a little over a week. Yeah. But Money in the Bank, man. I think yeah. I mean, if Drew win, I don't want. I mean, God, man, bro, you just won the world title at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but he only held it for like 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
I don't care.
He wanted to be a little thought on the table.
I don't care.
He wanted to get his cat. He wanted to get his Catwoman on the table.
Yeah, I mean, but how many people get that chance to even hold a world title for that short? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Has anybody ever held it that short? After when? Oh yeah.
Roman? No. Seth.
When Kane cashed in on, remember Kane won Money in the Bank? He cashed in on somebody the same night.
Rey Mysterio.
Did he win the title that night, or was he the champ already?
As a matter of fact, Rey Mysterio had like 2 title reigns like that, I think, where he won and somebody cashed in on him, I think.
Well, he's been the champion 4 times, and I can't remember the 4.
So one time Rey Mysterio won on episode of Monday Night Raw in a gauntlet match.
Yeah, and then Cena came out and beat him.
And Cena came out and beat him at the end of the night.
That was the last one.
And then
he was a 3-time world heavyweight champion, Big Gold.
Right. And then
I remember the one with the triple threat with him and Angle and Orton.
Right. That was WrestleMania.
Then he lost to Khali, right?
Was it Khali?
I remember Khali squishing his head like a melon.
Nah, it was he lost to Booker T. I think Booker T took the belt off.
King Booker.
I think Booker T took the belt off for Rey Mysterio, and then Batista took the belt off for Booker T. But yeah, and then he I think he got cashed in on. I think he got cashed in on by Kane.
Yeah, you gotta look that one up. I don't remember those three big gold rings. I remember one.
Yeah, he got cashed in on. Let me see.
Like everybody asked me, do you remember who Mark Henry beat for the title?
Randy Orton.
He did?
Yeah. And legitimately.
On a SmackDown or a pay-per-view?
On a SmackDown. No. I'm sorry. I'm bugging.
And Mark Henry only had 1 title reign, right? Besides
yeah, he only
that ECW shit.
Yeah, he only had 1.
So who beat Mark Henry? Kane? No, Kane didn't win it again after that. Kane held that big gold for a while.
Was it Kane? Nah. Was it Kane that beat him? Nah, Kane. I think Kane beat Rey Mysterio. I'm about to find out.
He held on to that for a while. I think Kane ended up losing the edge, right?
All right. So okay. All right. So I got it right here. So Kane beat John Cena. No. I'm bugging. I'm reading the list wrong.
I'm about to say, damn, that's big for him.
I'm wilding. Yeah, I'm wilding. All right, here we go. All right,
I don't remember them even having a match ever, Kane and Cena.
So Rey Mysterio won it at WrestleMania 22. King Booker beat Rey Mysterio. Mm-hmm. Batista beat King Booker. So who are we talking about? Let me see. Who else?
Rey Mysterio. When did he win it back?
When did he win it back?
He had 3 reigns. I want to hear the next 2. Who did he beat? I don't know. I think did he beat?
He beat Jack Swagger.
That's why I don't remember it.
He beat Jack Swagger. Oh my God.
What was the other one after that?
And then Kane beat him. Kane, yeah. This was Kane's Money in the Bank cashing match. He cashed in on Rey Mysterio, and then that's when Kane had that terrible World Heavyweight Championship reign. I don't know how they messed that up, but they messed that up. And then Edge wound up beating Kane. I don't know why. Jesus Christ, Kane. I mean Edge.
See, I remember that Edge. That's when he had Paul Heyman. Paul Bear, the wheelchair, about to push the ball.
Edge is probably one of my least favorite champions, man. Not because I don't like Edge, but because one, his reigns were super short. He was definitely a transitional champion, and then two, it was like there were moments that title could have went to somebody else and it didn't. What did he say? He said, "So when are WWE pay-per-views going back to Sundays? You want them to go back to Sundays?"
Because UFC gonna be on Saturdays. That's the only time I see them ever being on Sundays.
That's the rumor, right?
Mm-hmm. Dana White said that. Yeah. I don't think he's still big on that WWE signing the TKO either. I don't think Damon White wanted that merge.
Oh yeah, so Mark Henry lost to Big Show. Big Show beat Mark Henry.
Big Show had a title run in the 2000s?
He did. And Daniel Bryan cashed in on Big Show to win the world title.
How the hell did that happen?
And they gave him a title run. And then Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan, of course, at WrestleMania
18
1 minute. Yeah. And then you had Alberto Del Rio winning.
All right. You can stop reading this list now. It's getting hard.
I mean, it gets a little better. It gets a little better because that's when, because Dolph cashed in on Alberto. And then then Alberto gets the belt again. And then John Cena gets the belt. But then Randy Orton unified. That's when I was super happy. When Randy Orton won that ladder match to unify the titles, I was like, if I see John Cena unified his belt, I'm going to break this TV, yo. I couldn't do it. I was going to break the TV, man. I was going to punch a hole straight through it. I was like, I can't do it, man.
So for Money in the Bank, you think Drew going to win? I got Melo.
You got Melo? Yeah. Melo's definitely a wild card, but if Melo win, I'm sorry, Little Fettuccine says Andre the Giant had the shortest title. He had it for 2 minutes, and so did the Ted DiBiase. He did. He did.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
he did. I think they played Andre the Giant for doing that because it was like Andre the Giant should have got at least a title ring.
But he was too old at that time, though.
Huh?
He was too old at that time. I think he was too old.
Yeah, he was because he could barely walk. Because Andre the Giant, when it was pretty much Book and Hogan's run, Andre the Giant, his body was like he was going through like pains in his body, and Andre the Giant, like Vince McMahon had to like plead, and Hogan had to plead with Andre the Giant to put him over for that WrestleMania 1 match.
While Andre wanted to win?
Nah. He didn't want to win. It wasn't really so much that Andre wanted to win. It was just so much that Vince McMahon just wanted Andre in the match to put Hulk Hogan over as like a larger than life, superhero kind of wrestler. Yeah. So he was like, yo, I want you to take this match with Hogan and put Hogan over. Because Andre the Giant went undefeated for like 10 years.
Yeah. He did.
Like nobody beat him.
He didn't have no belt, right?
No belt. He just went undefeated. The only person that beat Andre the Giant, I think at the time, was Big John Studd. He was the only person that beat Andre.
How you go 10 years with no title race?
No title. But see, that's the thing. I'm actually making a video about this. But that's the question. I mean, that's the thing, man. Like when we had that conversation.
And you look at it, Bruno Sammartino was the heavyweight champion for 8 years.
Sean, as a matter of fact, speaking to the devil, Sean just showed up. He says, "What are y'all talking about now?" That's the thing, right? So, Sean, we literally just had this. We literally just started talking about this. So, Ant says, so we talking about Andre the Giant being put over by Hulk Hogan. Andre the Giant being put over by Hulk Hogan. No. Andre the Giant putting over Hulk Hogan. That's what it is. Andre the Giant putting over Hulk Hogan, right? And Ant just made the comment. He said it. He said he was undefeated for 10 years and won no major titles. He won no major titles, right? And then that's the whole point. Do titles matter? Titles do matter, 100%. Sean says it don't matter, but it do, Sean. They do. I'm making a video about this just to let y'all know. I'm putting it up.
No, he said it don't matter about with the solo situation.
Oh, with the solo? No, I mean,
I don't think he meant that in general.
Do you mean that in general, Sean? I thought Sean meant that in general. We were talking about it. He says basically whoever wears it is tribal chief, so Solo wears it, and Demon himself, tribal chief, is the conflict that him and Roman will have. Yeah, definitely.
Well, you think what titles is on? Oh, the U.S. title. No, I can't see Solo wearing that. He needs an IC title if he don't get that.
But the thing about it, the crazy thing about that Money in the Bank situation was I thought that LA Knight was gonna lose the qualifying match to go on to Money in the Bank or continue his feud with what's the guy name? Logan Paul. And then eventually win the belt at SummerSlam or something like that. Take the belt off him. Because that's what it looks like. They're trying to push him to take the belt off of Logan Paul.
I don't think he'll happen at SummerSlam though.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I hope they don't do something corny like what they did with Austin Theory. Have him win a Money in the Bank briefcase and then turn around and try to cash in for the.
I think that's what will happen with Melo.
That's trash. Don't even. But that's what I'm saying. Look, if Melo wins,
they've been planting the seeds, right? Look, when LA Knight went to go press Nick Magnus about Logan Paul, who he bumped into Melo.
Okay.
And they had their little confrontation. Then they had a confrontation again after that. I could see that happening. LA Knight winning and then Melo coming out cashing in on him.
But for United States, I think it does add some dynamic to the Money in the Bank. And it made sense when Roman Reigns being the tribal chief, who was the world heavyweight champion at the time?
When?
No. I'm sorry, I'm bugging. So Roman had both titles, right? When Austin Theory had the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
So there was nobody else. There was nobody really to cash the briefcase on, as far as the world title is concerned, right? Yeah. So there's nobody really. But he would have got a lot of heel heat if he cashed it in on Roman. People would have definitely hated him. They would have hated him more than they hated Dominic. They would have been like, "Yo, we can't stand this guy." But they think
that would have been though.
It would have been bad, but they think that Dominic's heel heat is a good thing, and it's not really a good thing.
I think it is.
People don't. It's not so much that the fans hate him because he's a heel. They hate him because they don't want to see him. We don't want to see you. It's not like, oh, you're a bad guy and we hate you because you're like, who's a heel that people that fans hate, but they love and respect? Gunther. The fans boo him, but they also cheer him because they like him. You know what I'm saying? We hate the heels, but we like the heels we hate. You know what I mean? We like the heels we hate. Like Triple H, he was a bad heel. He was a good heel. I hated him, but I hated him to a respect. It was a respectful hate. It was like this sneaky mother. When he said he was going to go out there and get the job done, he did that. If it meant bringing DX to come and jump The Rock to make sure The Rock didn't qualify for whatever match that will put him as a number one contender for a match, the Triple H did it. He made sure it happened. And I hated Triple H for it, but I respected him because he did what he was supposed to do as a heel to keep that storyline progressive. But that's not what it is with Dominic. We just don't want to see him. You know what I mean? Get him out of here.
I think in ring Dominic's matches is boring as hell.
Yeah, I don't care for him. Did you like his match against Rey Mysterio?
No. The first one, yeah, I like the first one. But...
Right, that'd be shoot. But so you got Melo, I got Jay. Who's your wild card? LA Knight or Drew?
LA Knight.
But you really think Drew going? You think Drew? Do any of y'all think Drew going to pull it off?
No, I don't think so. But I hope not. I would Claiborne kick my TV.
if Drew pull it off, I'll be like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be sorely pissed. But if CM Punk comes out and ruins his chances of winning that briefcase, I'm just gonna be like, yo, this feud is now become epic because you know I feel like Drew should get a title reign like next year. Like give it to him next year. But this juncture, yo, give it to Jay, give it to Gunther, give it to somebody else. Like you know what I'm saying? Like let somebody else get that moment. Like you grinded, you got your two as a matter of fact, 3 title rings, like more than any of those guys ever got. Yo, let them get their opportunity, man. Like, and then you get back in that spotlight. But let somebody else get that place, man. Yeah, let's talk about before we get to the last that article from Bleacher Report ranking all the matches of the year. Swerve versus Ospreay. I didn't watch all of Forbidden Door, but I seen that match. I was like, you know what? He was pinging us up in the chat. I'm pinging us up in the text. I was like, all right. Because I was working on some stuff. I was like, all right. I turned it on, put the match on. Yeah. Yeah.
That match was fire, bro.
Yeah.
That match was fire. I'm not gonna lie. The whole pay-per-view, it was decent, but with that match right there, I'm like, yo, that match right there was probably match of the. I don't know, man. Like Ospreay, every time he go out there, he got match of the year contenders with him and Kenny, him and Daniel Bryan,
Yeah,
him and Swerve, him and Ray Phoenix. It was like,
I expected Ospreay to perform the way he performed, but I didn't expect Swerve. I was impressed.
Yeah, I was impressed more with Swerve because I know Ospreay gonna show out regardless. Swerve really surprised me.
Yeah. That's Ospreay. That's what Ospreay does. Like when Ricochet, more than likely he's gonna go to AEW. But when he goes to AEW or goes to Ring of Honor, whichever one he goes to TNA, I already know when Ricochet gets there and that leash is off of him, we're gonna see a whole nother Ricochet. Like, yo, we're gonna see the Ricochet that we could have gotten WWE. But Swerve, nah. Stuff Swerve is doing, I was like, yo.
I was like, yo, that like when I see Ospreay do that Hurricane Run off the security guardrail, I'm like, come on, bro.
Wait. Okay, I missed that part. What happened?
He did a Hurricane Run off the guardrail, like while Swerve was on the guardrail,
standing on it.
Yeah, Swerve was trying to power drive him. He counted it with a Hurricane Run, like jumped in the air, caught him, flipped off the guardrail.
Wow.
Perfect landing and all that.
Wow, I gotta watch. Yeah, because I've seen it, but it was like certain parts I missed. So Swerve does the coup de grace.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Nah.
But he does it in a different way though. He stomps the.
Swerve does the 1969.
Yeah, he does. He got 3 finishers though.
I'm sorry, the 1916. That's what I think it's 1916.
He got 3 finishers though. He got the what's that kick called? He calls it something. The one that he kicked him in the face. You seen that part when he kept kicking Ospreay, like jump over the air and kick him in the face. That's his finisher. He got the coup de grace, his finisher, and then the move that he beat him with, that little like a driver type to a pin.
Yeah, right. And then he got that little elbow, little swipe elbow.
That's Ospreay's move.
Oh, okay.
He stole that from Ospreay. I thought that's when he was going to beat him when he hit him with his move. I said, "Oh nah, he's a savage for that. He's a savage for that."
I'm like,
the way Ospreay went out though was gangster though.
So when did Swerve start doing the coup de grace?
He's been doing that. He was doing that in WWE.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he was doing that.
He was still calling the Swerve Star?
Nah, he was calling it something else.
And he was still doing
it. I think he was doing it on the outside of the ring in WWE. I think
he was still doing the 1916. I gotta
go back and look. I never. Well, he used the 1916 too.
Yeah, he did it twice. But I'm sorry, he didn't do it twice. He did it once, and then I thought he was going to do the 1916, but he caught him with his finisher, the little cradle thing. Yeah, but he did the night. I was like, all right, coup de grace. Like, this is interesting. It's like 1916. Like, it's Finn Balor. I was like, okay. But I mean, nonetheless, I was like, interesting. It made me think though. It made me think, were they, in my mind, I was like, were they close in NXT?
Finn wasn't there.
Huh?
Finn wasn't there when Swerve was there.
He wasn't.
I don't
He
think
probably
so.
was on his way out though. But I mean, he was in development. He was signed.
I don't know if Hit Row was there while Finn was badass Finn beating everybody. When he made his second run, when he came back again. Hit Row might have been on the main roster.
Nah. When Finn was
when Undisputed Era was there.
When Finn was the champion, Hit Row was there.
They were?
Yeah, they were there. They were definitely there. Sure, for sure. I could be wrong, but I definitely remember them being there because Finn went up to the main roster after he lost to Karrion Kross, and then Hit Row was there. Hit Row was there when Karrion Kross was there. And then, they were there, they had their thing, and you was telling me about Hit Row. And then, like maybe like a year and a half later, they moved up to the main roster. But they were there. They were there.
He used a lot of he been doing the coup de grace AEW for a while now.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I was like, okay.
And then when I was watching it go, the counters in that match were crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you one thing I didn't like too much about the match. And I think Kevin Nash said this, and I think one thing they should start doing a little bit more often is let me not say I don't like it. Let me not say I don't like it. That's not true. I do intensity to the match. But what they should start doing is, I like what Kenny Omega does with his finisher in his matches. Like, if he catch you with the one wing eagle, you're not kicking out. I think that was like the law behind it in New Japan. Like, if he caught you with the one wing eagle, you're not kicking out. The only person that kicked out of it was
Okada, I think.
Okada, right? And then the second time you put it on Okada didn't kick out.
Ospreay kicked out of it.
In Japan?
No, they didn't fight. No, I don't think he hit him with it in Japan.
But that was like a law.
Kenny beat Ospreay in Japan the first match.
Okay. Because I knew that was like a law. Like, that was the whole thing behind the one wing eagle. Like, if he put it on you, you're not kicking out of it. That was the whole thing with even with because certain wrestlers protect their finishes because they're like, yo, come on, man, like I put this finisher on you, and then it's like you kick out of it, you keep kicking out of it. It's not a bad thing. I think it adds drama to it because it's supposed to show the intensity of how bad the person wants to win, and them kicking out of the person's finisher. I don't think it's a bad thing too much. I think, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was a bad thing too much. But whatchamacallit was very protective of their finisher. What's the guy name? His finisher is fire though. I love his finisher. Baron Corbin.
Well, the D6.
Yeah, not the deep six is when he is like the it's almost like
like a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, like when he swing you around. When he is the it's where he like he's throwing you for an Irish whip. Your legs swing forward and then he drop back with you.
Oh yeah.
That finish is fire. I love that finish. That finish is fire.
That finisher is fire. That's a fact.
Yeah, but he protected his finisher. Like they I seen I read an article where there was like no one kick, like everybody that gets put in it doesn't kick out of it. Like if you try to put it on you, they'll like reverse it, and then they'll put him in something else, and then put him in their finisher, and he'll lose the match. But like if he put it on you, like it's over. But that's one thing they need to kind of like do a little bit more. Like I think that's what I liked about Kenny Omega's finisher as far as just how he protects it. But yeah, but no, it was good though. No, forget it. I'll take that back. The match was good. It was good. It was what it was because it was supposed to be what it was. It was supposed to be a testament to Will Ospreay's spirit and the intensity to show him as a legit fighter, strong fighter for him to go through what he went through. So it was a good thing. It was a good thing. It was a great match. The match was fire.
Match match was fire.
Match
I
was
was just, I knew, I kind of figured when Ospreay hit his finisher though, I'm like, oh snap, this might be over. He had counters and then he hit his finisher. I said, oh, hit the Ospreay cutter. I'm like, oh man, this might be over, yo.
That's what I would have changed about it. If I would have changed anything about that match, I would have right. But not to say like if I rate the match, I still say the match is a 5-star match, right? But if I was to change one thing about it for me to be like the perfect match, I would have just had them keep being put in positions where they keep trying their finishes and none of them can land them until one of them just hit the finisher and then match is over. Like you know who did it really good, but they did it so perfect that it was just like it was like when you settle into the moment, you was like that was really, really good when Randy Orton won his first world championship against Benoit.
Yeah.
It was like they were wrestling, doing what they were doing, and then Benoit kept trying to put him in the crossface. You know, he put him in the crossface. He, he got out of it, and then they were wrestling a little bit, and then Benoit tried to catch him with the crossface. He reversed it, came around, caught him with the RKO, pinned him, and it was just like it just happened. It was just like it almost like it gave you no time to kind of process, but then process at the same time. Like, yo, that was it. Like, damn, like he just, So I think if they kind of would have did that a little bit, but other than that, the match is dope. Match is fire. Match is fire. It was.
I loved it, bro. I was up on the edge of my seat and the whole match. I was just mad that I had to wait 3.5 hours for the damn match.
Yo, so Mercedes Moné gets booed.
Oh, bro, they did her dirty.
They were booing her out the stadium.
Booed her out the stadium, bro. Booed her out of the arena. She was mad too. She's like, I'm gonna remember that y'all booed me. What you gonna do to make us not boo you? Because it's over.
Yeah, they were booing her. They were just like done with her.
I thought this move for her was gonna be epic, man. This move to AEW, but it seemed like it's backfiring. She can't break views.
Don't give her a live mic.
They haven't lately. She's been wrestling. And she's been wrestling on Dynamite.
But her promos ain't bad.
Promos is horrible. And that dumbass dance.
I heard
no rhythm.
I heard promos wasn't that bad. I wasn't like, when she first appeared, when she first showed up.
And then she got the nerve to post a picture with Swerve on they not like us. Little do they know they are the they. Like, what do you mean?
Oh man. It wasn't.
She needs to go back, man, to WWE. I'm glad she only signed for 2 years.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I definitely agree. She looks like a peg. She looks like a square peg in a round hole, like trying to fit in a round hole. It feels weird. It does, because she really has. It's almost like she mastered the art of having a big persona on a big stage, but she's not on that big stage. She's really it's like she really mastered what she needed to do in order to be in that main stage with WWE. But it's like you're in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, some people, and that's I was talking to my wife about this the other night. I said when I look at Rey Mysterio, I always think about the mid 2000s. I said this dude needs to retire. I said he has like this like aroma of the mid 2000s. Every time I see him, I think about Batista. I think about Booker T. I think about Fit Finlay. I think about Hornswoggle. I think about that era. I don't look at somebody who transcends until like the next era. I just think about a wrestler who was cut from an era, who just carries whatever he was in that era to the next era. Like there's nothing about him that kind of revamped. And Rey Mysterio give me those vibes. Like when I see him, same thing with Edge. It's like when I look at it, because it almost feels like it was like you were like a person who, like, they didn't hold up the era, but they carried the era. Like they were just people who were used to like carry the era, like, who carried the era and just make the era just this thing of like they were the stars of that era, but they weren't the people that lift up the era. Like John Cena was a person who lift up the era. You know what I'm saying? And some respect, but they were guys who like kind of carried the era.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So that's what like Mercedes Moné kind of has that feel. Not so much that she's stuck in an era, but so much she's like she has a like this a aura about her that just always says WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Like she feels like she's the brand.
Yeah, I can agree with you 100% with that.
Who was a person we spoke about somebody that was like that, and we were like, yo, they need to go back to WWE. They just don't fit.
Malachi Black.
Yeah.
Gotta be. I always pray that he need to go back. I always put that in. He needs to go back. Keith Lee too. Mayor, all of them.
Yeah, they do. It's like it works. Like AEW really works for Hangman. It really works for Kenny. It works for the Bucks. It really works for it works for Joe. It works for Joe.
It works for Joe. I like his little new faction too with him, Hook and Shibata. I like that.
Yeah, but certain superstars, I'm like, this doesn't work for you. Like this, like you're not this. Like AEW is like, to me, AEW is the brand that's taking indie wrestling to the next level. That's what they're doing. They're trying to take indie wrestling to WWE's level. And Mercedes Moné, she looks like a polished wrestler who's not trying to do all the indie stuff. She's trying to do all the WWE stuff where I'm part of a storyline and I'm trying to not give you so much in the ring, but give you enough to perform, entertain, and flesh out the storyline. But she's not trying to be so in depth with the wrestling like how the indies are, or like how AEW is. Yeah. So it's like,
I mean, it was a good match. She put on a good match. Don't get me wrong. It was just like, it just don't feel like how you said. It just don't feel right, bro. It really don't. It just don't feel right, and it's not her fault.
Yeah,
it's not her fault. It's always just that AEW is not what WWE is. It's not a machine. You know, they put on a great pay-per-view. I just don't like the fact also too as well. They be burying New Japan like crazy. Like they don't win no matches at Forbidden Door.
So you said they were like what, 1 in 5?
More than that. It was like 13 matches, bro.
At Forbidden Door.
Mm-hmm.
And how many matches did they win?
1.
And that's only for the world title.
And that doesn't include the matches where they was teaming with somebody from AEW.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they lost every match. Even the match that they had Jeff Cobb team with Jericho and them lost. Jeff Cobb was the third man. They lost that. But Penta and them teamed up with somebody from CMLL. Yeah, they beat New Japan. They beat LIJ and them. So yeah, New Japan lost a lot of matches, bro. And they lost their belt. And they lost the women's title.
To Mercedes Moné?
Yeah, she got the New Japan Strong Women's title.
So what did she broker to get that? What did she? I mean, how long did Moxley hold on to the world title? New Japan was like 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
What is
Ziggler? He didn't have that many title defenses either.
Yeah, Ziggler need to get that. I mean, well, Ziggler did get the second best title, but he got the global title.
He didn't hold it for that long though.
Yeah, he had it for like 2 months, probably the same length as Moxley, like 2-3 months.
And now he's the AAA champion.
Yeah, AAA.
he's going everywhere defending it though.
I mean,
he's going to Puerto Rico to face who he's going to face in Puerto Rico? I forgot.
Yeah, he probably getting good. He probably getting good bread for it, because that title was like one of the places they showcased it was in Lucha Underground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, but I mean, Alberto Del Rio was fighting for it, so I mean,
that's who Dolph beat, I think.
Exactly. And it wasn't like he took the belt off him. He just beat him for like for the vacancy of the title. Like vacancy. Why is it vacant? Why was it vacant?
Because Vikingo got injured.
Oh, okay.
He was the champ for like 2 years.
Oh. Oh, so it was a perfect time for him to hold on to the belt. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good thing that he got the AAA title. It's a good thing. But I definitely think Ziggler should, if any title I personally want Ziggler to hold, it would be New Japan or the NWA.
NWA, I don't even think they come into W Pix 11 anymore. I think they lost their deal. But I heard somebody's supposed to go to another network. I think it's TNA. But I don't want him to go to NWA. NWA is
Yeah.
a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I really just want him to go to New Japan. I'm like, Ziggler, just go to New Japan. I think he should go there. I think he should do that full time. But I think he just wants to stay in the States. But he should definitely go to New Japan, try to get that situation going, or even try to sign with AEW. But if I was Ziggler, me personally, what I want for Ziggler, I really want Ziggler just to go and get those go collect some world titles, man. Yo, go collect them titles, man. Get that TNA championship, get the New Japan Pro, go collect them titles, man.
That's what Top Dollar's doing.
Boy.
What, man?
I mean, well, he's the internet champion.
He's the digital media champion. He's a something else champion. He's a heavyweight champion in another promotion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Top Dollar.
Top Dollar's doing his thing, yo. He was ranked in the BRP top 50, bro.
Is he good? Is he good in the ring?
Yeah, I watched him in WrestleMania weekend. Top Dollar got better, bro. My son was moving like a luchador. He did a
what? Hurricanrana?
Nah, he did a swanton bomb off the top rope to the outside of the ring. Yeah, come on, man. Not too many big men doing that.
It's like Brodus Clay. Brodus Clay retired. You know that, right?
Brodus Clay. How is that?
Somebody call my mom.
Oh. Titus O'Neil.
No, Titus O'Neil.
I mean, not Titus O'Neil. His name was Titus, though. Brodus Clay's name was Titus, though.
Right, it was Titus.
Yeah.
Didn't he win the NWA championship?
Yeah, and then everybody gave him heat for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
NWA, that was the awful match too. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And they had like a big moment for him and stuff.
Yeah, like a what?
A big celebration for him for winning that belt. He'd be on the news. He was on the news with the belt and all that.
Or the NWA championship?
Yeah, he'd be on some news channel I forgot what days it come on, but he'd be on the news talking about stuff.
I think, yeah, with the NWA title, I really think they should really they're doing it right with
Who was it, EC3?
Yeah, EC3 holding the belt. Yeah, that was a good choice. But it's like they should definitely keep brokering for certain undeserving talents. I mean, not undeserving, certain talents that were overlooked that are premier and that should be in that spotlight to win a title. Like if Dolph Ziggler won the belt, EC3 having the belt is a good thing. Matt Cardona winning the belt. Did he win the belt? Did he win the NWA championship?
I don't know. I know he had Matt Cardona got a lot of belts, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, somebody like that, like Ziggler, who was another person? Like Nick Aldis was a good choice. I didn't know who Nick Aldis was. You know what I'm saying? Magnus. What's his name? Pierce.
Who? Adam Pierce?
Adam Pierce had the belt. You know what I'm saying? But it was like certain people, it was like the people they were choosing to put the belt on at a certain period. But when they put the belt on, what's the dude name? From remember the Hellbillies that used to be in WWE? The Hellbillies? Huh?
The belt?
Nah.
The Godwins?
Nah. Yo, if I tell you who was an NWA champion, you'd be like, nah.
Who, Midian?
Nah, not Midian. Worse than Midian. Worse than Midian. I got you right. I'm gonna tell you right now, yo. This thing was hilarious. I was like, yo.
Not their manager, bro. Not Hillbilly Jim.
Nah.
Worse than Midian is crazy, bro.
Yeah. I got you right here.
No, shout out to Midian, man.
That Midian. I'm gonna show you right now.
Phineas Godwin.
There you go. I'm gonna get you right now. Let me see.
You said one of the Hillbillies. That's the only Hillbillies I know is the Godwin brothers.
Yo, It was a group of dudes.
And he was in WWE?
He was WWE. Trevor Murdoch.
Oh, yeah. Trevor Murdoch. I remember him. Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know what they saw in him. His tag partner worked for WWE.
He was an NWA champion.
I don't know what they saw in him. That was and he had a long reign.
Yo, the dude held on to the belt for 321 days. I'm like, yo, y'all definitely don't have people there.
Yeah. When I seen that, I said, what? And people watch this stuff? Trevor Murdoch, bro?
Trevor.
Oh, yeah. I remember him. His partner would have been a better choice, but I think his partner got injured. I think his partner still worked backstage for WWE.
Yo, dude, I couldn't do it, man. I was like, yo, Trevor.
Yeah, I forgot about Trevor Murdoch. Yeah, I remember that. Because I don't even watch NWA, and I was feeling for him. I'm like, yo, somebody beat this guy, please.
Yeah.
They can't find nobody on the indies better than him.
Listen, when I seen that Trevor Murdoch had the belt, I was like, it's bad. It's bad for NWA. It's really bad. I was like, Trevor Murdoch. I'm like, yo, Trevor Murdoch looked like he drank beers. Yo, he looked like he don't do no push-ups, no sit-ups, no pull-ups, no dips, nothing.
All he dipping in is a tobacco. That's all he dipping.
Tobacco, drink a beer, and hop in
smoke a Marlboro. You know, he's the one that got to put the cigarette out before the match. You know, hey, Trevor, your music is on.
Word, man. You put that out before you go to the regular.
Yo, man, put that beer down, man. Your music's playing. Oh, that's my music? All right, what am I doing again? What I'm going out there to do?
Who am I wrestling? Oh, man. He looked like he don't wash his gym gear.
Nothing. Got mad tobacco juice on his trunks.
Exactly, man. It looked like they just see they were looking for wrestlers. They went to back alley scene. They were like you. Yo, that's what he looked like. Yo. Oh man, yo, that's exactly what he looked. Yo, oh man,
oh, son looked like he a trucker. He looked like a truck driver, man. Like they just got him off a shift.
Word, man. Remember we was talking about Bobby Lashley the other week, and you was like, yo, man, the people he was fighting with janitors and
they was built like Trevor Murdoch, yeah. I say janitors, that's what I'm talking about. Trevor Murdoch.
But yeah, man, that's who was the NWA champion.
I forgot about that. That was hilarious.
Oh man, yo, I see that. I was like, yo, what's happening in NWA?
What's happening? They could have picked anybody. They could have picked EC3 again. Like.
Yo, they could have did what they did with Cody, because Cody was an NWA champion for a short period of time, and he went to New Japan with the belt. He was moving around with the title. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, it's better to put it on a person who has that credible look and credible in-ring performance, and have them move around, because it still promotes the brand. Like, what's the girl name? The muscle, Jordan Grace, who came to NXT, and they see her with the championship. So wrestling fans or people who are heavy in NXT and don't know too much about the other promotions or even watching TNA are going to be like, well, she's a TNA champion. Well, let me see what TNA is about. Let me see her on TNA to see what she's about. You know what I'm saying? So it helps the brand. It always helps the brand when that title goes somewhere else. Even though it does give some more, even though it gives light to another competitive company, at the same time, it still helps your brand bringing something new and fresh. But jeez, Louise, Trevor Murdoch. Oh my God. I would if I was in NWA, I would have went to whatchamacallit. I would have went to TNA and be like, yo, who's your world champion? That's your world champion? All right, yeah, hold on to this belt until we find somebody.
Who's your X Division champion right now? Listen, let me hold on to this right quick.
Trevor. I'm like Trevor Murdoch. Jeez, man. But so yeah, let's get into this. 1 second. Oh, wrong screen.
I went over this list once, and it's still unbelievable.
Yeah.
The matches on there are good, but it's just the order he got them in. I'm like, wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna so I didn't even look at the ranking of this list. I wanted to know exactly what he had.
It was Bleacher or was it Meltzer?
It was Jay said it was Meltzer. He's mentioned it as Meltzer. I didn't read the article to know exactly who it was. But we're gonna find out though. Well, it says who published the article, and it was published by Philip Lindsay. So I think he's the one who actually put together the list. But it could have been him and a few other people on the team at Bleacher Report. So yeah, I'm gonna just read through it real quick. It says the year 2024 has already been another strong one for wrestling fans. Stop me if you heard this already, but we're arguably witnessing the best period of professional wrestling ever. Definitely agree. It may not be as lucrative or popular as it was during WWE's Attitude Era, but the quality of matches is vastly superior. More to point, we regularly have access to outstanding matchups from smaller companies, local independent promotions, and foreign entities like New Japan, Stardom, and AAA. That's on top of the wealth of great wrestling available in the U.S. thanks to Elite Wrestling in WWE. At any time, you can see a superb television or pay-per-view showcase from either of these two companies. This year has produced so many high-quality matches in the first 6 months that we're excited to see what's next. Without further ado, this is our ranking of the top 10 AEW and WWE matches of 2024 so far. Coming in at number 10, Sami Zayn versus Gunther, WrestleMania 40. What you think?
You said number 10 with what? Sammy versus Gunther?
WrestleMania 40.
Yeah. I'll put that there. That was a good match. Out of a lot of matches that happened this year, I mean, that's a good match. On anybody else's list,
yeah,
it'd probably be higher. You could put that match anywhere on this list. But out of certain matches on this list, I wouldn't put it at 10. You'll see when you get low what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right. Me personally, as far as that being considered, yeah, I mean, definitely, yeah. But I feel like Chad Gable's matches with Gunther were better. I feel like they had way better chemistry in the ring.
I need some drink, please.
I can't. Oh.
All right, number 9, they have Darby Allin versus Konosuke Takeshita. I didn't see that match. AEW Dynamite, January 3rd.
What, the Darby versus Takeshita?
Yeah.
That should have never been on this list neither.
Wasn't that good?
No. It was good, but to be on this list, no.
All right. And they're saying so far.
Nah.
All right. Dragunov versus Ricochet, WWE Raw, May 6th.
Yeah. That was a good match. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like that should have been on the pay-per-view. I'm okay with that. Not that being at 8 though.
Yeah, I think I missed that match. I think that's one match I missed. I probably came home late. Yeah, I missed that match. All right. This definitely deserves to be up there. But hold on a second. I didn't know they fought on the episode of AEW Dynamite. I only know about the 2 pay-per-view matches. No, as a matter of fact, I did see this match. This is the last match they had, but this ended in a DQ. No, not DQ, but interruption. Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland, AEW Dynamite, February 7th.
You didn't see this one?
No, this is the one I did see. I seen this one. I keep trying to watch the other two matches. I seen the first one. The second one, when he was drinking Strickland's blood. I only see highlights of it. I'm trying to watch that match.
Yeah, this is the one. This would have been the top. Yeah, this is not the Texas Death Match, but this one was good too. Compared to the Texas Death Match, I don't know though. I would have put the Texas. Well, that didn't happen last year. Right?
Yeah, because this match ended in a not a DQ, but like it ended in a no contest.
Yeah. They doing it this year? See, I think the Texas Death Match just barely missed it because I think that was in November. Full gear.
Wait, so all right. So we got wait, so all right, so you said a Texas Death Match. So is that supposed to be like so
that's the one when he was drinking the blood.
Right. That was last year, right?
Yeah, it just missed the list. It was in November.
Oh, okay. All right. Number 6. So why they have Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles? It's the wrong video. Mercedes Moné. Oh, okay. Have it there. All right. Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale. AEW Double or Nothing. I didn't see that match. You probably seen it.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be on this list.
Okay. All right. AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes.
Wait, matter of fact, no. Mercedes versus yeah.
Willow,
I would put it at 6. That would have been 10 on my list.
I would have been 10.
Yeah, that would have been 10. I would have switched her and Gunther. I would have switched her with you gotta wait. I would have switched her with Gunther and Sammy.
Gunther and Sammy. Okay. All right. Number 4, Darby Allin and Sting versus Matt Jackson and Nicholas Jackson, AEW Revolution. How was that?
Should never been on this list.
It wasn't that good?
It was good, but it's not a top 10. Man, it was one of them. Man, I'm gonna go back and it's Sting at 63 years old, bro.
I mean, hey, it's better than Flair.
It was right after that Flair moment too. Like, come on, you're gonna give me right after the.
Oh, really? The Mr. Burns moment. I'm going to give you the beating of your life. It's like, Yo, Flair's hilarious, man. Oh, man. All right. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 40, Night 2. That should be way higher.
That should have been number 1.
Yeah, that should be number 1.
How was that 3, bro?
How was that 3? Word. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous because that match was even their first match to me was like one of the best matches of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they got that's something else. I'm surprised they didn't even put Randy versus Gunther.
Yeah, I'm surprised. They didn't put. I would have placed that Darby and Sting tag match against the Bucks with Seth and Cody versus Rock and Roman.
Yeah, that was a good match too. They bugging.
Kenosha Tashida.
Okay, versus Will Ospreay, AEW. I didn't see that. How was that?
That was fire.
Yeah.
That was fire. I'm not gonna lie. That match was fire, but to be on number 2, maybe for AEW number 2. But for the year so far, I don't know, man.
Daniel Bryan.
So many good matches in the WWE era, bro.
Yeah, but and that's a
Triple H era, I mean.
Yeah, but this is the thing though. I kind of like this thing that kind of annoys me a little bit, like, because sometimes I'll be like, some matches I'll be like, yeah, And then some matches I'll be like, right, like this match don't even belong on there. Like, why is this match even there? Like, why even put that up here? But again, like when these people, like some of these guys, when they make the matches, they make it based on their taste. But I mean, but again, some people may agree. A large majority of people may agree with them. Me personally, I'm just like some of these matches I didn't see, some matches I seen, some matches I'm like the matches I did see, I was like, yeah, like even Gunther versus Sami Zayn, it's like, yeah, but to me it was like yeah, it was one of the best matches of the year. But I would consider other matches before I start thinking about putting that match on the list. Because I felt like when it came to Gunther fighting or wrestling other people, he had like, better chemistry. But he had good chemistry with Sammy. But I guess my point of view is a little tainted because I feel like Sammy shouldn't have beat Gunther. I feel like it should have been Chad Gable. But that's my opinion. Or even Jay. Daniel Bryanson versus Will Ospreay. How was that? AEW Dynamite.
I give him that. The Dynasty, I give him that. I like that, but that was probably one of my favorite the Bryan Danielson matches. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna say this, and I know this is not a popular opinion, and I'm gonna just say it like this. I'll just shoot. Daniel Bryan is a great wrestler, but I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like he get way too much credit for some matches. I just be like, really. Like when he went against who did he wrestle against? When he wrestled against Kenny Omega.
The first one or the second time?
The first one. The second one was fire. The second one was fire. That first match, I was like, "You serious? A draw?" But it wasn't even the draw part. The draw wasn't even the part that annoyed me. What annoyed me was that how fans was just like, now, I mean, if you like that, now I'm saying, and I'm not trying to attack you, I'm not trying to make you feel attacked or anybody feel attacked. This is just my personal opinion. But this is my personal opinion. It was just like, fans was just like, and I understand, like, it's like, yo, you hyped and you excited about the match, but when I watch the match, because I'm watching it unbiasedly, I'm watching it not as a fan. I'm watching it as a person. I'm watching it as a fan of wrestling, but not as a fan of Kenny or Daniel. I'm just watching the match. It's just looking at the match, just as it being a match, and I have an unbiased opinion. I was just like, it was a good match, but it wasn't like that great. It wasn't like, oh my god. That second match, it was like when I seen the second match, it was like everything that they felt like they should have did right on the first match, they was like, we're going to do it right here. And when they did it, it was like they picked up the pace. They picked up the pace. They started doing things a little bit different. And it was like, yeah, okay. This one, I was like, yo, this match is fire. That second match, fire. The first one, I was like, You know what it felt like? The first match felt like Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart Iron Man match.
I ain't like that match.
Exactly. That's how I felt. That's how it felt to me. And
but I love that first Kenny and Daniel. I was there, so it was different.
I mean, it was for you. I mean, of course, like, you're there. But you know what I'm saying? But when Bret, like, I always heard about the Iron Man match, right? And I remember I had a homeboy who was he was watching wrestling at the time when I wasn't watching it. He was into Shawn and in the whole in wrestling. That was his guy at the time. But they talked about, like, Iron Man match was like a thing that was talked about for like a during that year. Like, that was a thing. Like the Iron Man match between Bret, that moment that Shawn had, it was a crowning moment. But the way it was built up, how it was done, really was a great payoff. But for a long time, bro, like for a long time, I don't know if you know, I mean, you probably heard about this, but for a long time, that Iron Man match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels was almost deemed the greatest wrestling match of all times at one point.
Because of Shawn.
Because of Shawn, right? Bret. But for a long time, but my point is, for a long time, they deemed that match the greatest wrestling match of all times, yo. Like literally, like they just kept deeming it like the greatest match of all times. It's like for a very long time. And it was like, and I kept hearing about it. So when I finally got the opportunity to watch this match, I was like, yo, this is one of the most slow building, boring matches I've ever seen. I've ever seen.
Because
I
of
was
Brett.
like, it was Sean too. Because they were doing nothing but they were doing a lot of chin locks, Irish whips,
Yeah.
and drag takedowns. That's all they were doing.
Yeah.
They did that for a long time. Sean was in the match too.
I know, but he was just going off Brett's lead. He's the champ.
Right. Let's blame Bret. But I'm saying my thing is like if you like when I look at Swerve and I look at you know who had a great match that one of my favorite. I'm trying to remember. Man, I'm trying to remember. And all they kept doing was just reversing everything they were putting on each other. But it moved so fast. And then but anyway. Let me because I can't think of the match. So but anyway, it felt like that's what they were trying to do. Like they were trying to reverse everything and it's but they just kept doing a whole bunch of chin locks and arm drags. And I'm like, yo, bro, like how many arm drags you going to do? Like they literally just did chin locks and arm drags for like literally like 20 minutes. If you watch that first Iron Man match between Brett and Sean. So I guess they were pacing themselves, but they still could have did more. You know what I'm saying? Then came the big finale, which I understand like they were trying to give you a slow build. But it wasn't. It was like one of the the Rock versus Triple H is when I put that over Brett and Sean Iron Man match.
The ladder match?
No, Iron Man match.
Rock and Triple H had an Iron Man match?
Triple H and The Rock had an Iron Man match. You see?
Oh yeah, fully loaded, right?
Yeah. Was it fully loaded? No, it was Judgment Day. It was Judgment Day because The Rock
Triple H won.
Triple H won, and Undertaker came out.
Oh yeah, that's when I didn't know that was an Iron Man match.
Yeah, Sean was the guest referee. He was like, "Don't do it, don't do it." And Undertaker was about to he had Triple H for the choke slam. Sean said, "Don't do it." He did it, and then he gave a point to Triple H for it because of this disqualification. And that's how Triple H won the match. He won 6-5. But what I liked about the match was that's what made the match dope.
6-5 is crazy.
They were going back and forth. That's what made it dope. Like it wasn't like they beat each other to a stalemate. Nobody pinned each other, and it was like that. They wrestled each other, and then it was a draw, and then that one pinfall, won the match. I'm like, bro, if you're gonna do all of that, you might as well just have a regular match.
Sean and Brett was only 1-4, right?
1-4. It went to sudden. It was a draw. Went to sudden.
And it ended. Brett tried to leave.
Yeah. And they have to declare a winner. And Gorilla Monsoon called him back and was like, yo, we must declare a winner. And Brett came back and Sean beat him. So it was almost like to say, no one won the Iron Man match, but Sean won the match after the Iron Man match. So he didn't necessarily win the Iron Man match, but he won the match. So they're both Iron Men per se, quote unquote, rabbit ears. But but Sean won the match. It was stupid. It was kind of dumb. It was like, what? Like, so nobody's the Iron Man, but then it goes to sudden death, but Sean wins. So Sean won the Iron Man match, but he kind of did, but didn't. It was like, what are we doing? Like we didn't know there was a sudden death in the Iron Man match because that was the match. The match was the Iron Man match. If it goes to a draw, it's a draw. Mm-hmm. Like, so for them to do a sudden death, it was like you just pulled that out of your ass. Like you just pulled that out of nowhere. Because in other Iron Man, because other Iron Man matches, when it's a draw, it's a draw. Like that's it. Like that's it. It's a draw, that's it. No, Kenny Omega, whatchamacallit had a draw.
Who?
Then Ospreay, didn't they have an Iron Man match? No, who was it? Somebody had an Iron Man match and they wrestled to a draw.
I don't
Dang.
know. Was it MJF and Bryan Danielson?
I think it was. But somebody
I
had
forgot how that match finished.
Yeah. But matches end in no contest, they end in DQs, they end in draws. It was just like in that Iron Man match, you know, Gorilla Monsoon was like, no, we gotta have a definitive winner, and that person is you know, definitive winner, and that person's gonna win Sunday. That was, to me, that was dumb. With The Rock and Triple H, it was like they went back and forth. And it was literally like, all right, he won because Triple H won because of that disqualification, because of Undertaker, you know, and The Rock couldn't get the pin in time. Like when Rock pinned him, it was like 1, 2, 3, and I think the buzzer already went out, and The Rock didn't get the pin. He didn't get the last pin, and Triple H wound up walking away with the title. Like that was a great story. Like that made sense. When Kurt Angle had a match against Benoit, when they had that Iron Man match, fire. One of my favorite world heavyweight title matches ever. Yo, they fought, they went back and forth. I think it was tied up 3-3. Angle gets the victory. And then Benoit puts Kurt Angle in a submission, and the buzzer goes out, and he doesn't get the victory. Same thing happened with Angle and Brock. But yeah. Anyway, it's hour and 30 minutes. Ant, you still there? All right, I'm gonna let you go.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you. Yeah, but it's hour and 30. 11:51. We about to head into 12 o'clock. All right. So we got Money in the Bank this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do live after?
Yeah, we could do that. It's at 7. It come on at 7. You got Heat Wave. NXT come on Sunday too.
I'm not that invested, but I mean,
but we could do one after Money in the Bank.
Yeah, we can do it at the Money in the Bank. We can do it at the Money in the Bank. I'm more invested because I want to talk about the results and who won, and you know what I mean. But yeah, all right, guys. So we'll be coming at you guys live after Money in the Bank this Saturday, more than likely at 11:10, or 11:15, so that you guys can kind of get ready, hop on a live, join us as we go live to talk Money in the Bank, talk about the results, have some conversation, you know, talk about it, man. But yeah, you guys are catching this live. Drop a comment in the comment section. You guys are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, hit us up on social media. And join the Facebook group. And what's your TikTok?
My TikTok is ANT__man. That's Ant 2 underscores man. You can find me on TikTok, and you can find me on Twitter at I don't even know my name on Twitter. I'm sorry, but I haven't been on there in a while. But yeah, hit me on TikTok, man. I'll be streaming there, doing side shows after every Raw, after every Dynamite, after every SmackDown, and sometimes after our show here on Tuesday. That's Ant2_man on TikTok.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, follow Ed, aka the Big Bad Booty Daddy, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.